KE and JB get new jobs. Image source, Wikimedia Commons. I had more dreams, and these dreams were longer with more details, but I failed to record them, and so now I can only barely remember part of 2 dreams, and they both possibly took place during a period where the BP library was temporarily closed for a period of time, because of an emergency closure, I assume. Dream 1. Part of the end of this dream took place inside a building. At some point I saw my former male classmate JP, and I stopped to briefly talk with him. I saw my female coworker KE, and a man with light color skin with dark color hair walking by, and so I stopped them to greet them. In this dream, KE was now my former coworker. She had recently left her job at the library to work at maybe an office or something, and the man with her was one of her new coworkers, and they were both wearing nice dress clothes. KE was thinner, wore more makeup than usual, had her hair dyed completely brown, and was wearing a female business suit outfit, and her coworker was wearing a male business suit outfit that possibly included a vest, and he looked like a model. As I talked to them, it seemed that KE probably liked her new coworker, maybe he liked her too, but it seemed clear that KE liked him. KE seemed to like this new job, and so I was happy for her. I cannot remember the details that KE shared about her new job. I just remember inviting them, and probably JP, to a fictional version of the E-house that was possibly in this building or connected to it, because some of my family members from my mom's side of the family were there visiting, and there would be food and drinks, etc. They all accepted my offer, and we walked to the E-house. Some of my family members from T were there, like my Aunt DE and my Uncle EE, and I greeted them and I introduced them to my guests. We then went into the kitchen to get some food and drinks, but I woke up. Dream 2. The BP library was temporarily closed for a period of time, because of an emergency closure, I assume, during this dream, maybe because of the COVID-19 pandemic, but I am not sure. There was a lot more to this dream, but I can only remember part of the end of the dream that took place during the day inside and outside one or more buildings like in the previous dream, and one of them had an area seemed to be a fictional version of my parents' house. I cannot remember all the people I met in this dream, maybe some of my family, and some others, but I do know that at the end of the dream I met my female coworker JB, who happened to be walking by or something. I stopped to greet JB. I am not sure if she changed slowly throughout the dream or not, but I do know that she looked and spoke like herself combined with Joanna Hausman. So her hair was long again, like it was before her recent shorter hairstyle change, and she spoke with a slight Joanna Hausman-like accent, but I did not notice her slightly different appearance and accent during the dream, because during the dream, I just knew that it was her. I cannot remember if we started talking inside first or outside first. I just know that our conversation took place inside and outside, and I learned that JB either had or was starting to work another job, but I am not sure if she had or was going to leave her library job or not. I am not sure what the job was exactly. It possibly involved designing things like designs and things on paper and maps and other things, but I cannot remember most of what she told me, and even in the dream our conversation was not over, and I did not get to learn all the details before I woke up. JB said that her library job was not bad, but it left her feeling a bit dead inside at the end of the day, bored and less fulfilled, I guess, and she wanted to try a job that was more exciting, and where she could use more of her creativity, etc. As she was talking about her new job or future new job, I was trying to keep up, ask questions, etc. I remember her mentioning something involving a map. She noticed a large map, or something that possibly looked like it may have had a design on it that she had made at her new job, I assume, and I remember her looking at various names and initials on it like she was possibly looking for her name. I saw the initials JB several times among other names and initials. I asked her if those were her initials, but it did not seem like it, but her response was unclear as she kept looking. On the back there was an old music album cover stuck to the back. I recognized it as one that my family owned, and maybe we owned this map too, and I tried to safely remove it so that JB could look for her initials, or design, or whatever she was looking for. JB was pretty excited as she talked about her new job, her various design ideas and projects, etc., and I tried to get the album cover off without tearing it or the map. It was nice seeing JB so happy and excited about something. She really seemed happy to have a job where she could let her creativity run wild and could make designs from her various ideas. I still hoped that she could work at the library part-time or visit us sometimes. But if her only having this job made her happy, then I was happy that she was happy, even though I would miss her as a co-worker, especially since she is one of my favorite co-workers and people. We were possibly outside next to a vehicle. We possibly had the map sitting on the hood of the vehicle as I tried to remove the album, and maybe some of my family were returning at this point, but I cannot remember. JB probably told me not to worry about trying to remove the album, like it was not worth the risk, or something. I asked her if she was sure, and she said yes. I then asked her what was she looking for exactly, her initials or her design or something else, but I woke up before I could get more answers and learn more. The end. John Jr.